What is up, YouTube family? I just wanted to holler at y'all for a second. I was having a conversation with some people yesterday. Um, they were working at Popeyes and they were talking about how miserable they were with their job. And I was just giving them some options, trying to tell them a couple things that they could do to switch it up. And we started talking about gig work. And one of the questions they had was, is it substantial and is it consistent? A lot of people, they shy away from doing gig work because they think that it's not consistent. They scared to take that leap of faith and jump out there. What I told them was, you know, if you're gonna do gig work and you're scared to jump out there, you gotta research your market. You need to know what works in your market. There's so many different kinds of gig work that you can do out here. You got delivery, you got DoorDash, of course, you got Uber, Lyft. They got a new driver app in some cities called Empower that gives you 100% of your fares. You just pay a small subscription fee. And you got Spark that works with Walmart. You can deliver construction items if you got like a truck or something. I know the app Shipped. You can do you can deliver lost luggage, like people who forget their luggage and luggage that gets missing at the airport. If you live close to the airport, you can do stuff like that. You can do courier, medical courier. Um, just look that stuff up. I'll have some of the links in the description below to show you some of the things that help me, some of the platforms that help me. But then they was wondering, the number one question is, how is the money? Um, and I told them, I said, Uber changed my life. I was working at Marriott and I was doing Uber on the side, same thing. I was testing it out, just making extra money. And then I saw how much money I was making part time, and I was almost making this more or the same, if not more, than when my full time check at Marriott. So I took a leap of faith, jumped out there. I was having a whole bunch of problems at Marriott with supervisors and things, and just not being able to have my weekends off again because I used to be a barber. So, back then I had flexibility. I could take off whenever I want to. And I'd be leaving the country and stuff. So I needed that flexibility, especially when you got kids and your kids are getting older and stuff. You need weekends off. So the hotel thing just wasn't cutting it for me no more. And luckily I had Uber to go independent, fire my boss, and I ended up doubling my money immediately. Then I tripled my money. And then eventually I started quadrupling my Marriott check. It was crazy. But for the people that think that you can't do gig work and be popping out here, or they underestimate the money, let me show you what Uber did for me. Yeah, 4 acres, no neighbors. Got the Superman cave back there. I turned that into a whole Superman cave. It's crazy. I'll show y'all that another time. But yeah, yup. That's what Uber did for me. We bought this house. I'm renting this house. But we could have bought a house. My last property we bought, we used all Uber money, me and my wife. We bought that house with all Uber money. And then we paid for this with straight Uber money. A lot of people going to be like, oh, he capping. He do government contracting. He do Forex trading. That's what we getting into now. But when we got this house back in June, it was with straight Uber money. And what people don't understand is um, when you fire your boss, it gives you that flexibility. It gives you that peace of mind. It allows you to to get your life back. It allows you to get your time back, right? Because, like I was explaining to them last night, when you are miserable at your job, right? I talk to people all the time working at KFC, uh, Walmart, Popeyes, Wendy's, all these different places. See, back in the day, you used to do jobs like that when you were in school, when you were in high school, or when you were fresh out of school. It was like a summer job. Or the 18-year-olds, the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds were doing jobs like that. The people that were, you know, past 25 and pushing 30 and 40 and 50 were not doing jobs like that unless they, you know, had to, or unless they were in a certain part of, you know, an area where jobs weren't plentiful. But mostly those jobs were for young folks. Now, a lot of people are not going to school and things, and they're just doing local fast food jobs in the area because they're paying more. They're not paying those minimum wages anymore. So I get it. You think that's good money, but they working you so hard that you're miserable. Now, this is the dynamic that people aren't talking about, and this is why you got to connect with people in the street sometime and really see what's really going on out here. So these people were talking about how when they get off work, they so stressed, they got to turn up. All they was looking forward to was going to, you know, get lit, have some drinks, smoke a blunt, get their mind right from the stress they just went through at the job, right? And what I be trying to tell these young folks out here, or anybody, is that when you miserable at your job or somewhere where you hate, whether it's corporate or, you know, any job, when you miserable and you gotta come home and turn up, once you're no longer sober, you're not gonna have the mental capacity to come home and study a skill or learn something that's gonna help you get out of that rut you in. You're gonna stay in that same rut. You're not gonna come home and do research. You're not gonna come home and watch hours and hours of YouTube or read or research and try to figure out how you're gonna get out of that. Some people will, but most people won't. As soon as you get drunk or high, you're no longer in that space to study anymore. You want to listen to music, you want to play video games, you turned up, you know what I'm saying? You're no longer in a space, a mental place to you know, to develop, you know, a skill that's going to help you get out of that job. So now you stuck. You stuck in that rut. You're just going to keep going back to that same job. You're not going to add any skills to your resume to be able to look for anything else. You're just going to go from fast food place to fast food place. You might go from Walmart to Target. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to tell people, use gig work to get out of that miserable job. Once you get that peace of mind back and you find out that it's going to double, triple, quadruple your money, now you can take your life to the next level. Now you can scale up. Now you can shift your schedule so that you can study, so that you can, you know, start a business, start a side hustle, right? So when I was doing Uber a few years ago, I was also doing power washing on the side. So when I would get a power washing job that's going to take me 8 hours to do, it was nothing to just, okay, turn the Uber off and do power washing for the whole day, finish the power washing job, come home, take a shower or whatever, and then go out and do Uber for 4, 5, 6 hours and double and triple up that way. You know what I'm saying? You talking $1,000 in a day type shit. You know what I'm saying? 500, 1,000. You know, you can scale up so much faster when you get your peace of mind back. These jobs are stealing your time and your mental freedom. So once you get your life back, you know, in your control, and you fire that boss and you're doing gig work, you're a 1099 contractor now. Now you can start a business and funnel your money through your LLC. Start setting up business bank accounts, get business credit, get business funding, take that money and put it into the business you really want to do. And that's how you get off of gig work, right? So I just wanted to drop that on y'all to let y'all know that there's other options out here. You don't have to be miserable and stuck in a rut, but you got to make the decision to change, and you got to really, uh, take the time to take the steps to get to a better place. I'm just letting you know. That's how I did it. That's what I did, and now we chill. You know what I'm saying? We renting this joint. They gonna be like, he cabbing, he renting. This is just like renting a penthouse or leasing an exotic car. This is what I wanted. The market ain't ready for me to, but I'm gonna wait this out and I'm end up buying this. You know what I'm saying? But just wanted to drop that 2 cents on y'all. There's other options out here. I'll leave the links down below. And fire your boss. Take control of your life again. I'll holler at y'all. 100.